Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for joining me here at Rising One Coaching. I'm Allison, and today's video is going to be a little different. This one is going to be a lot more open, a little raw. I did bring some tissues in case I have a few tears. I'm going to share more of my personal life experience with you today and be a little vulnerable with you guys. Today in the spiritual community, it's a really big day. It's the 8/8 Lionsgateportal, and whether or not you follow this, use it, understand it, it is a big day. And I felt very called to share about my abundance story. It's a big day to manifest abundance, really align with your spiritual gifts and your soul's purpose. And these are things that I've really been focusing on a lot personally for myself. And I'm sure a lot of you out there are doing the same. So I thought it would be a great day to open up a little bit more, share a little bit more about my story and what brought me here today. So for me, I'm 51 years old. I was born in 1974. And I think a lot of people growing up in my generation, especially women, can relate to this, that growing up as a woman in that time, I always felt like money was really hard to get. You had to work really hard, scrimp, save, hustle, the daily grind, the 9 to 5, all of those things. And so as an adult growing up, money was always really hard to get. And scarcity was definitely something that was tucked away in my subconscious. And I've been a single mom for 12 years. I was divorced and fortunately have a good relationship with my ex-husband. And he's always been great about support with the kids and everything. We have 2 kids together, 2 amazing kids together. So I'm very grateful for all of that. But it's been a struggle. I have my own business. I have a custom framing business alongside my coaching business. And I have seen it grow from my basement to a brick and mortar, and it's amazing to see that accomplishment. I'm very proud of that, and all of my clients are such amazing people. I adore every single one of them. So many of them keep coming back and are so supportive of me and my business, and we have beautiful relationships, and that's really the pillar for my business. I really believe in strong relationships and connections, and through the framing business and those relationships and those connections, it really led me to my coaching practice, because I love authentic connections. I love hearing people's stories. I love being able to help people through difficult times, even if it's just listening. So getting my dual certification in life and health coaching, when I finally clicked and it made sense to me to follow that path, that was a real soul nudge that this was something I was supposed to do. I really listened to that, and here I am today with a YouTube channel as a 51-year-old. I never thought that I would ever have a YouTube channel. So I absolutely love it. I love creating all this content for you guys and sharing all these tips and strategies, and there will be so much more coming soon down the road. I can't wait to share that with you. But back to my abundance struggles. So it's always been really hard, and I started noticing through my spiritual awakening journey that started about 3.5 years ago, when I started paying attention to my patterns, my choices, the way I had created my life. It really led me down a path of inner healing and divine guidance. And I started noticing that a lot of the relationships, the significant relationships I had chosen in my life, I was subconsciously relying on another person to fulfill that abundance for me. All three of the significant relationships in my life, those people have abundance. And I ended up letting go of those relationships for various different reasons. They weren't long-term healthy for me. They weren't going to be a true partnership like what I'm really looking for, and a spiritual connection. So I started recognizing, well, why am I seeking out these people? What is it about the work I need to do? And how do I need to change so that I can call these beautiful, beautiful things into my life? And I started noticing that I didn't think I was worthy. I didn't think I could do it by myself. I felt like I needed to have a partner in my life in order to have that abundance that was on my heart. And I didn't have the self-confidence. I didn't have the belief in myself. I was looking outside of myself for that validation, for that security, for that safety. And please hear me, I am in no way criticizing or judging people who do have a partnership where they've brought abundance together, or they have a significant other who has that abundance. I think that's amazing and wonderful. This is my story, and this is the lesson that I believe my soul has wanted to learn in this lifetime. I believe I am meant to master and create my own abundance. And a lot of that journey for me has been a journey of self. It's been a journey of coming back to myself, really falling in love with who I am, which I have. I absolutely love me in this physical form. I have been really developing and putting intention and time into my own confidence and recognizing I can do this. I am capable. I have been given gifts that are valuable, that are needed, and bring purpose into this world that can help other people. And when I really started to discover this about myself, it just opened up a whole world. And I'll be totally honest, like, I am on this journey right now. So I am not in an overflow of physical, financial abundance right now. But what I do have that is more valuable than gold, I have an abundance of love in my life. I have an abundance of support and soul family friendships. And to me, that is so valuable. You can't put a price on that. And I am just so grateful for all of that in my life. And my purpose that feel that I am led to fulfill in this lifetime is through the relationships, through the coaching, through my framing, and through that act of service. Bringing something valuable to other people is one of the biggest ways that we can tap into our own abundance and really fulfill our soul's purpose. I'll share with you a little bit of a story. I was engaged to be married. I was supposed to get married in May, just this couple months ago. And that relationship ended very quickly back in November. It was a huge upheaval. And I ended up finding out a lot of things about my ex-fiance that had been hidden from me. And I knew very quickly that this was not the kind of partnership that I wanted to have for a marriage. I knew very quickly that the life I had been creating for myself, all the work I had done on myself would be completely upheaved, and I wouldn't be able to be the fullest version of myself that I was meant to be had I stayed in that relationship. There are a lot of things that that person needs to work on to change their lives, and that's not work that was meant to be mine. It's not something I can fix. And through that process of letting go, I really did come back to myself in a whole new way, on a whole new level. And there was going to be a lot of financial security in that relationship, but I knew that that was not mine. That's not my financial security. And I have been able to let go of that disappointment and that safety net and that security, because I have recognized within myself that this is my journey, this is my purpose, and how rewarding it will be, and it is, to come into the awareness that I am capable, I am worthy. Here are the tears. I am so strong because of everything I've gone through. I am resilient, and I have so much to give. And even though I've had to let go of so many relationships, love relationships, the love that I have inside of myself and the love that I feel from my Creator, from God, Source, Spirit, is so overflowing. It's unconditional, and it is always inside of me, and it's inside of you. And the more I have tapped into that beautiful wealth of love and internal abundance that I already have, the more I just see things unfold in my life. And I am excited. I'm so thrilled to see where my journey goes from here, because I am doing things. I'm following the nudges. I'm listening to the divine guidance that I'm being given. I meditate every day. A lot of times it's very early in the morning when I wake up, but I'm living a life that is aligned with my purpose. I'm making choices intentionally that are for my best and highest good. And sometimes that's really hard to do, because you have to let go of toxic relationships, habits, all sorts of different things that we know aren't good for us. We're so resistant sometimes. But I can tell you from my personal experience, when you let those things go, it will open up so many new opportunities and doors for you that lead to your own abundance. And your story is your own beautiful journey. And I'm just so grateful for this beautiful life, with all the struggles, with all the heartbreak, with all the disappointments. I have learned so much about myself, and I am teaching my children. I'm so proud of both of them. They're beautiful human beings. And I am teaching them what a healthy, aligned life looks like. And I haven't always done that. I'm here today to let you know that you are so loved. You are so worthy. And the more that you go in, look inside of yourself for that abundance, for that love, for that forgiveness. I've forgiven myself for a lot of things. And the less you look outside of yourself for all of that stuff, you will tap into and align your life in the most beautiful way. it will just blow your mind. It takes time. It takes practice. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're 2 steps ahead, 3 steps back, but every time you continue and choose to move forward, choose to show up for yourself, even when it's so hard, you are always going to be ahead. Always. And even the smallest changes will totally change the course of your life. When you're aligned with your heart, when you're aligned with God, Source, Spirit, the universe, whatever you call it, you will feel it in your soul. You will know that deep, deep knowing. You will know that I am doing what I am meant to do. I believe we all come here with our soul, and our soul has a mission. Our soul wants to learn things in this lifetime. And I am figuring out what those are for me. Everybody's are different. And I just encourage you to take the time to sit in stillness. And the more you do this, the more you will uncover your own abundance and figure out the ways and listen to the nudges that are leading you down your own individual path. So I thank you for listening today and hearing a little bit about my personal story. There's so many more stories, and I'll share more coming down the road. But I would love to hear from you. What do you do to call in abundance in your life? What is your story? What comes up for you when you hear my story? And I would just love to hear from you and connect. So thank you so much for showing up today and spending this time with me. I appreciate every single one of you, and I appreciate your likes, your shares. I appreciate everyone who's subscribed. And if you feel like this might be a message for somebody special in your life, I encourage you to share this video. The more we support each other and show up for each other, we can do so much good in the world. So thank you so much. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in this beautiful big world of ours. Blessings to you all.